Hello farmers, welcome once again to Backyard Farms, and today I want to just highlight another form of agriculture which is basically known as apiculture or apiculture, or in simple terms that's beekeeping. That's basically colonizing a hive and afterwards collecting honey and wax. So basically this is some of the hives. I think we can see them. Some of the hives, these are basically the Kenyan top bar hives. That's their name. You can see, I apologize because in the background you can hear we have a stream near our beehives, so the background you'll be hearing noises from the stream. So basically you may be asking yourself, maybe you want to try out this form of agriculture. What do you need in order to start this type of agriculture, in order to be a beekeeper or a bee farmer? First of all, you need hives, and hives can be purchased. They can be purchased from a local farming associations. They can also be made. They can also be made by order from carpenters. You can maybe contact your local carpenter and they could make these hives. So basically that's how you can acquire a beehive. And basically what you need to consider before setting up your beehives is basically the location. You can see that's another beehive that has been set higher above the tree. You have to consider the location, because you'll not set up a beehive near a school or near a hospital, near a church. Basically it's always advisable that hives be set up at an isolated portion of your farm. If you have trees, that's more advisable. You can just set up your beehive inside the forest. What are the advantages of beekeeping or being a bee farm? First of all, bees are one of the major pollinators, meaning that without bees we may not be harvesting maize, we may not be harvesting beans, we may not be harvesting fruits, because bees are the main pollinators. So if you are a bee farmer, then basically it means that you are assisting your fellow farmers, your fellow maize farmers, your fellow bee farmers in pollinating their crops and in ensuring that their crops do eventually lead to profits or lead to harvest. That's number one. Number two, because the costs are relatively low, because the initial cost, the cost of acquiring the beehive are higher, and maybe setting up the beehive, those are the only costs that maybe you might incur up until when you do harvest your honey. And in a year, in a good season, maybe from one hive you can be harvesting like 2 times. After every 6 months, you can be getting profits from your beehives. You can also be getting wax at the same time when you're getting your honey. There's another form of entrepreneurship that has come up, where people do hire beehives, especially these large-scale farmers. They do hire beehives when it's close to the time for pollinating their crops. They do hire beehives, and farmers do set up the beehives inside those farms to ensure that their crops, these large-scale farmers, their crops are properly pollinated. So that's another advantage or another benefit that you can acquire, because farmers, your neighbors, can be hiring your hives you setting them up in their farms and eventually acquiring some capital, some money. So that's beekeeping at a glance. You can see some of the hives are rotten, like that hive. Try and zoom in. You can see it's a bit rotten. So maybe we'll try and fix that hive when we'll be harvesting the honey. Try and replace that hive. You can see that the other hives are very active. You can see the bees very, very, very active. So basically that's what I had to share about beekeeping. And maybe one other thing before I log off, you can see that you have to raise your hives off the ground, because if they are on the ground, then they can be attacked by insects which do kill bees. So they must be suspended. As we can see, they are suspended on some metallic rods. So in the comment section, have you tried bee farming and what are the results? You can see that hives, massive activity, massive activity, massive activity. And that other one, we just set it up. It's a new hive, has not yet been colonized, so maybe it will be colonized in the coming days. We'll be able to set it up like the others. So I just want to wish you a blessed day, and God bless you. Thank you.